Hello and welcome back to the Movies Made Us Do It. Me and Matt are back. How are you, Matt?
I am pretty good, sir. How are you?
I am betrayed.
Oh,
But we'll talk about your betrayal later on, Matt. It's
my
fine.
betrayal.
Your betrayal.
Oh,
Your terrible betrayal.
what's my terrible betrayal? I'm intrigued now.
I could start with your terrible betrayal if you want to
Go
get
on,
it
then.
out of the way. All
Yeah,
right.
totally.
Well, we'll talk about your betrayal then. Because well. I guess I should be reasonable. You've had a lot on, so there's that.
Right.
There is that. You know, you've been busy and stuff.
Yes.
And I don't think we even have this recorded, so it's my word against yours. But the last
Oh, I think
time
I know where this is
we
going.
did this show, you said to me,
Yeah, I
maybe
know where this
we
is
should
going.
fucking watch Red Sonja.
Yeah. Okay.
And there I was this morning getting a text from Matt telling me what he'd watched and what wasn't on that list.
I completely forgot it. Actually,
Well, you're lucky. Don't worry. It's fine. I had a good time watching it. Probably
I,
not for the
I,
reasons they intended.
I definitely. I'm gonna watch it. Don't worry.
Well, I was hoping. See, and it turns out I think I'm completely wrong. I was hoping that Deathstalker would be out this week as well, and it would be like a good double hitter.
Yeah.
But it does look like Deathstalker is touring the United States for a month or so, so I'm guessing it won't be out
Oh,
soon. I did see it's listed on Amazon Prime now as unavailable, so it's showing up like they're gearing up
right.
for it to be available at some point.
Yeah.
But I was really looking forward to that because obviously I loved The Void. I think Psycho Gorman was amazing, so I'm 100% on board with this new version of Deathstalker.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I watched Red Sonja.
We might as well start there then.
Yeah, I mean, it's of course an adaptation of the comic Red Sonja, based on the character by Robert E. Howard. We've discussed before how Red Sonja was not like the Red Sonja we have come to know and understand nowadays in pop
Yeah.
culture. This is obviously that version. It's the version, it's the comic book
Yeah,
current
it's the
version.
the sort of the barbarian-y, more
Yes.
barbarian version than the original sort of, I think 1600s. I think she's supposed to be from in the
Yeah, she's
originals.
more piratey, right?
Yeah,
If I remember what you said last time
yeah.
we talked about it. Um, Obviously there was the original in the 80s. I don't know how you felt about that one. As a kid, I thought it was fine.
I hate that movie.
Sorry.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
It's,
Uh,
I mean,
if I could,
it's rubbish, but
it's rubbish. Yeah. If I could drop kick that kid Emperor into the ocean, the rest of the movie would be fine.
yeah,
I mean, he's meant to be annoying. I get it.
yeah. I kind of. He's one of the few ones that I kind of like, even though I want to punch him as well.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I think he was fine in the role. Like, he's obviously intended to annoy me, and he succeeds. So that's
Yeah,
good.
and
Um,
I love Sandal Bergman as Queen Gedron.
mm-hmm.
Queen Gedron's one of my favourite villains. I just love the whole when she says to her, you killed my entire like family in my village, and she just goes, vermin, look what they did to me. They just like scarred me up. It's like
Yeah.
fucking awesome. I love
So
it.
the noise, the rumor, the attempts at a Red Sonja movie have continued since the 80s,
Yeah,
on
yeah.
and off.
Mm-hmm.
The last time I remember there was like any kind of serious take was like back in the early 2000s, and I can't even remember who they had. Who did they
Rose
cast?
McGowan. Rose
Rose
McGowan.
McGowan, yes, with Rose McGowan. Rose McGowan was going to
Yeah,
play Red
it
Sonja.
was Robert Rodriguez.
That's right. That probably would
They
have been
got
a
they
much
actually
better film.
they released posters for it.
Yeah.
They had her in the outfit and everything.
Now, a Robert Rodriguez version of Red Sonja would have been
Yep.
fantastic.
Yeah, I
This
think
is
so.
obviously not on that level.
No.
We saw the trailer. I thought the trailer looked fucking terrible. Like, the trailer wasn't even color corrected from what I could see. Like the
No.
color grading looked all over the place. Thankfully, the actual movie not that bad. When it comes to it's the color grading is.
Actually, they
I mean,
finished it.
it's trash, but it all looks the same.
Yeah.
You know, it's the
And
same trash.
the director,
Mike MJ Bassett.
yeah, previously did Solomon Kane, and I fucking loved that. That was a movie that like no one saw.
I loved Solomon Kane.
Yeah, it sort of came and went, and people were like, "Oh, okay, well that happened. That existed."
Yeah, I adored Solomon Kane. It was one of those that I really hoped, along with Dread. It was the 2000 AD kind of properties, or Robert E. Howard kind of
Yeah, it was one of those annoying ones that sort of felt very much like they were setting up more.
Actually, was Solomon Kane 2000 AD? I don't think he was actually.
No,
It was
no.
Robert E. Howard anyway, and I don't know why I thought. I think it was Slain for some reason. Anyway, I was hoping that we would get a sequel to that because I love Robert E. Howard anyway. I love his work, and I loved Solomon Kane the movie. I thought it was a really good movie. I thought it was really well cast. I think it was like a little kind of fell down towards the end, but it was perfect for a sequel that could have improved on everything, and it would have been great. Really enjoyed that. So I was looking forward to this movie. Saw the trailer, and then all of my hopes were dashed.
Yeah.
But anyway, it got released. MJ Bassett directing, starring Matilda Lutz, Wallace Day, Robert Sheehan, and some other folk. So Red Sonja, as a child, her village is slaughtered by invading barbarians, and the surviving people are forced to flee into the woods nearby. And in the woods, no one can live in these woods, they say. That's what they say. Yeah, that's what they say throughout the movie. No one can live in those woods. There's no way that anyone can live in those woods. Red Sonja lives in the woods, which makes her special. Yeah. Except, years later, mercenaries are hunting in the woods.
Right.
They just, I guess, you can't live there, but I guess
you got over it.
No, you can't. You can't go there. They say it throughout the movie, but I guess they visit. They can't stay, but they can visit.
You can't live there. You can't stay, but you can have a little visit.
You can visit. So Red Sonja's kind of wandering. She's lost her people. She believes she's on her own and all of that. She's in the woods when she comes across these mercenaries who are hunting these terrible CGI creatures for their horns. They look shit. One of the things with this movie is like I know it's like a trash movie anyway, but like it feels like it was really like it had ideas way above its station, like in terms of like visuals. You're like, you cannot pull this off. Like these creatures look terrible. It's really hit and miss, the effects. Some of them look okay, some of them look dreadful.
Very, very 80s Italian.
Yes, but CGI. Yeah. So anyway, she sees this horrible hunt and finds the creatures later suffering in pain without their horns. I guess they eventually die a painful death, and so Sonja, promises that she'll avenge them. So she discovers that the bones are being taken back to this nearby city where they are having gladiatorial games honoring Emperor Dragan, not Dragon, Dragan. So she goes there and she basically murders the mercenaries, but is found by one of Dragan's his what is her name? Karlak, I think her name is. Or is Karlak the creature? I'm looking. I do not know. Hang on. Who is who in this fucking thing? No, Karlak is the man animal that they never explain. He's just there.
Okay.
Anyway, this woman, it might be Amarak. I don't know, or Anissa. Who knows? There are people in this film. Anyway, the magical witch woman knocks her out. They have a fight,
Right.
and Sonja gets bested, and then she's into captivity. They take her in initially, and they torture her for a bit because they're trying to discover where she came from. She came from the woods. They think that's impossible, but hey, you know. You live in the woods. That's impossible. How are you doing that? And tell me the secret of your ancestors and all of that kind of stuff. But she won't. So she's sent to the games, and there she meets the gladiators, who all seem pretty happy and chill with their lives, being gladiators who could die at any moment of their life.
Well, I mean, Roman gladiators, it was kind of for a lot of them just like a job, really. So...
Yeah, I mean, you get the impression it's not a job for them. They're slaves to fight until they die.
Well, yeah,
but
there was that too.
they're reasonably chill about it anyway. But of course, Sonja learns from them that they're here just to fight in the games to amuse the emperor. And she's like, "Oh, what do we fight?" And they're like, "Well, whatever the fuck comes out of the gate. Basically, we have no idea. It could be each other. It could be a cyclops. It could be anything this minimal budget will allow."
Gotcha.
Yeah. So anyway, she's getting ready for her first fight. She's given a wooden sword and of course the bikini, the armor bikini, chainmail bikini.
Yeah. The joke from the trailer.
It lands about as well in the film. She heads out there and kills everyone. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, she's forced to face one of the other people, and she refuses to fight. And that person gets killed by one of the guards. Anyway, she then becomes great fighter and all of that, and the film goes on from there. Of course, there's an escape. If you think like Spartacus, but really shit.
Right. Okay.
What you got here? I don't know whether to spoil the movie, if it's worth spoiling. The plot is obvious. When you start watching the movie, you're like, okay, I know pretty much everywhere this is going.
Yeah.
Like Dragan, he has like a book, and it's given him like ancient knowledge, and his one of his generals, the lady that bested Sonja, she keeps hearing voices in her head telling her to do these evil things, and of course it turns out to be Dragan who's putting those voices in her head, obviously.
Right.
That kind of stuff. This movie is absolute trash. But it's like I've seen it, some reviews have been saying like this is like Xena but without the fun or without the humor, and that is pretty spot on as a kind of comparison. It feels very 90s TV movie.
Right. Okay.
But without any of the kind of humor that you would expect. Like, people take things way too seriously for such a silly movie. Like, it almost feels like this is serious stuff we're doing here,
We are acting.
Yeah. Well, they're not. That's another problem. Most of this cast, painful acting.
I just looked at the bottom of the cast list. They've Trevor Eves in here and Rona Mitra.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you've got some good actors here.
Yeah. Now I will say, Matilda Lutz.
I'm guessing Trevor Eve is about 5 seconds of screen time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Matilda Lutz, she's actually not bad as Sonja. Again, she's not like the greatest actress or anything, but she looks the part. She delivers some lines convincingly. She's fine. She's fine to watch. I feel like if it was a better written, better directed, higher budget movie, yeah, she probably could have pulled this off. The rest of the cast,
she does look too scrawny though.
Sure, but she is like in shape though. It's not like she's
she's definitely,
like she looks athletic is what I mean. Is what I mean. So it's somewhat.
I'd expect a little bit more meat on her if she was
Yeah.
swordsman.
Yeah. Well, she's not a swordsman. In fact, she makes a point of saying she's never fucking used a sword in her life in this movie.
So she's not trained in the forest then?
She's trained in the bow and arrow, and she's good with a dagger.
Okay.
But she's also great with the sword when she just picks one up.
Let's get one.
It's fine. She's like, oh, actually, turns out I'm amazing at this.
Yeah.
Turns out I can murder everyone. You just never knew. So anyway, the film goes on from there. Like I said, it's very cheap looking. The acting is wooden and terrible for the most part. It is, however, quite fun.
Okay,
like
well,
in that really shit, like you and me have watched, like I'm trying to justify what I've just said. There's a different scale for movies, and when you're talking about crap fantasy movies, there's a scale. When I'm watching Italian barbarian movies, I expect a certain level of crap, and that's what this kind of gave me, along with that Hercules Legendary Adventures / Xena Warrior Princess vibe.
Okay.
It's not the worst thing in the world. Like, I will never watch it again in my life, and it is terrible. Like, don't get me wrong. It's awful.
Yeah.
But it did kind of pass the time, and I did have a bit of fun at the movie's expense.
Okay, well, that's something.
Yeah, I guess if that's something to take away from it. It does sequel bait. I don't think that's going to happen.
No, I don't think so.
But it does sequel bait. So there's, it's terrible. I don't know that it's certainly not the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
No.
But it's better than the trailer looked.
I mean, you'd sort of hope so, wouldn't you?
Yes. Oh, Anicia, that's the woman. She's got like schizophrenia.
Oh,
okay. She's hearing voices that tell her to do evil things all the time. But yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's certainly not good. I'm not going to make any goddamn excuses. It's a bad movie. Yeah. But it entertained me in its badness, is what I'm saying. So I would only recommend this to people that are desperate for that kind of naff fantasy that you saw in the 80s and 90s. Films that weren't Conan the Barbarian, basically. Deathstalker, as an example. Beastmaster. Yeah. And Xena, you're very much in that realm, except I think Xena had the dose of humor that this film desperately could have used, I think.
I mean, Xena had great leads.
And great leads, yeah.
That kind of, that really helps, because
for sure.
I never remember the actress who plays the her friend, but they were so adorable.
Yeah, their friendship was great. Yeah. And Lucy Lawless looks like she could probably murder a few people.
Lucy Lawless still looks like she could punch you in the face and...
Yes, yeah, exactly that, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like what this movie needed was more comedy, more gore. There's a little bit of blood, but you could do with a lot more gore. I would trauma the fuck out of this movie, and then it would probably be quite a funny, fun movie.
Right.
As it stands, it's just trash, but it's watchable trash. I don't really recommend it, but I've watched it now, so
I will.
Maybe you should too.
Yeah, I will watch it. I'm going to.
Let me know. I'm not making any excuses. This movie is trash. But I did have fun laughing at parts of it. They didn't intend them to be funny, but I laughed at parts of it. And it did give me that naff 90s fantasy vibe. So there's that.
Yeah.
Anyway, what have you watched?
So I am going to start with F1.
That's the
movie.
That's the big one, isn't it? I've heard very good things about this movie.
So basically, we've got directed by Joseph Kominsky, who previously did the Maverick, Top Gun Maverick.
Yes.
And Oblivion, I think. He did Oblivion as well.
Yeah.
So already we're on a winner. We've got Brad Pitt, Damson Idris, Javier Bardem, Kerry Condon, and basically we've got Brad Pitt's character, who is I guess you'd say an aging sort of race driver, but he once upon a time in the glorious days of the 90s,
Yeah.
he was the up and coming thing. He was going to be the greatest F1 driver ever.
Right.
Uh, but he had a terrible accident and he stopped racing.
Okay.
Well, he stopped racing F1. So he then started living in a van, became a professional gambler, and now he basically goes from like almost like driving discipline to driving discipline to try out, to learn how to do it and then move on. So when we first see him at the beginning, he is doing the Le Mans. He's doing the
Right.
24-hour Le Mans, and it's clear that they from the start he's a bit of a dick. He's really really good at what he does, but he's an asshole. And once he's done what he's done, he then moves on. So he obviously he wins this thing. They don't. All the other team people don't expect him to win, but he takes unnecessary risks, and he does sort of weird things because he's the thing you get out of from his character over the years is that he's learned what to do. He knows what he's doing.
Sure.
He's got a feel for these things, and the guy that the boss of this team says, "Hey, I've got we've done this now. Come on, come and join us permanently. Be a team leader. Be part of the team." And he's like, "No, I'm done. I've like been there, done that sort of thing." And and off he drives. So then Javier Bardem turns up, and they know each other from when they were younger, and he's uh, bought this team,
Right.
this F1 team, and he's got this young second driver called Joshua, played by Damson Idris, and he's an up and coming driver. He's your typical young punk, doesn't listen to anybody, all that sort of stuff. He could be good, but he's and he's basically says, "Look, I need your help. Come and join my team." And he's like, "Fuck that! No, I don't want to. I don't want to go back to that sort of thing." And he says, "Look," he says, "I've spent all this money on this team, and uh, if I don't get a win, they're going to sell it out from underneath me." And he's like, "Well, how can they do that?" It's like, "Well, it's got a board. There's a board that I have to, appease. So I need a win." So he sort of a bit unsure, but then he sort of has this moment where he talks to this woman. And he says, "Hey, what should I do?" And she's like, "Well, is it about the money?" And he's like, "No, not about the money." He's like, "Well, what's stopping you then?" And he's like, "Well, actually, what is stopping me?" So lo and behold, he goes. So he goes to this team. Obviously, everybody, the older people know who he is. The younger
Sure.
ones don't give a fuck.
It's Top
And
Gun Maverick again.
kind of is, yeah. It's basically you're not really getting anything new here. You're getting a sports movie with
Well, that's really weird because when Tom Cruise did Top Gun and then did Days of Thunder, you were like, it's basically the same movie but with cars. And the director's kind of done that with Top Gun Maverick and
Mhm.
then F1.
I don't know whether I read this right, but I'm sure I read somewhere that this was originally planned as a sequel to Days of Thunder.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
Oh,
then I think
interesting. Okay.
it got changed what the racing was and what's going on.
Sure.
So um, it's got a great cast. Everybody's really good. I don't think I've seen the Damson Idris before,
Right.
but he's really good as the the young punk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was in Outside the Wire. Okay, I remember seeing that. I don't remember how well it.
I remember seeing that also.
I don't remember what happens in that movie, but
They go outside the wire.
yeah, they go Outside the Wire.
Isn't there
Uh,
robots outside the wire? Some shit. I can't
yeah,
remember.
it's robots, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's all I remember. Kerry Condon is the team techie. She builds. She's sort of one of the people behind the cars. She sort of builds the car up. You've got um, Toby Tobias Menzies, who I love, and he plays dickhead so well.
Yeah.
And he doesn't disappoint here. He's a board member sliding ball. It's the the thing that gets you on this is the actual driving itself and the races, because they obviously F1 said, yeah, okay, here you go. And I don't know whether it was Red Bull built the car. I can't remember whether I read that Red Bull built the cars or what, something. But they built cars for them, and obviously they don't race, really, but they did do um actual driving. And when you see them driving, it's really them. They are doing the work. They're just not actual at a real race. They're it's on real tracks and all that, all that sort of stuff. So you do see them, that's all real stuff, and it's
Hmm.
fucking awesome. They've got these. I think they use the same cameras that they used on the planes in
Oh, okay.
Maverick. So they've got these light cameras, and I think Brad Pitt notched up like 6,000 hours
Wow.
on driving, something stupid like that. So he's like, they full on committed to this driving stuff, and it does all that you expect. You've got the highs, the lows, the spectacular crashes, and there are a couple of real spectacular crashes.
Hmm.
You got Brad Pitt being, the sort of cocky Brad Pitt character, which is fine. You know,
Yeah.
um, Javier Bardem is fine in his sort of role as the manager and stuff, and it's really good. It's just a really really solid, exciting race movie. It doesn't have the soul of Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah.
I think if you want a fucking great race movie, that is
Yes.
wonderful, because that's got, not only has it got great racing, it's also got a really cool family story in it,
Hmm.
and it's just got some really good characters in it. This it's got good characters, it's got amazing race, but not not the best story. It's your usual sort of thing, but that's not really a problem. Really, it's just a really good. Anybody who likes racing,
Yeah.
this is for you. This is great. If you're expecting, anything spectacular, then no, it's not. It's just a very well put together, very well done race
Sure.
movie
Yeah. Yeah.
with a good cast. So I would definitely recommend it, as that sort of, your sports movie. It's your overcoming the odds and trying to, win. And you've got real racers in it. I mean, I think it's produced by Lewis Hamilton, and his fingerprints are all over it. He's the one of, don't want to spoil too much, but there's they race against Lewis Hamilton, so you do see Lewis Hamilton racing.
Okay.
It's you've got really old um, race drivers sort of in the crowd and things, and like Jackie Stewart and stuff like that. And there's a there's for some reason in the crowd scene at, I think it's Dubai, you've got the Hemsworth brothers in a very blink and you'll miss it
Oh,
scene. It's like
nice. I was
I'm
thinking about that actually because I was thinking about Rush.
yeah.
And obviously
Oh, right, see,
Hemsworth is in
fucking
that, right? So,
Rush is a better movie as well.
well, it's true
Rush is
story as well, which
yeah.
probably helps. But I loved Rush. I thought Rush was
Rush
superb.
was fantastic. This isn't as good as Rush, I don't think, but it is. It is good. It is very
Hmm.
solid, and it's really enjoyable. And yeah,
Cool.
I'd recommend it. And like I said, it's the actual race scenes are fucking great. Everything looks amazing. So there's nothing to complain on that sort of thing. It's just overall the story's a little bit, been there, done that, really. But yeah, overall it's a nice, well done race movie.
Awesome. That's good news. I was kind of expecting it to be that, like
Mm,
a well directed,
yeah,
fun race movie.
it's
Um,
exactly that. And I would quite happily watch another, which I reckon they're going to do.
yeah,
You
probably.
know, you do get
That
the
that is
you
the benefit of not doing a true story.
yeah. on a slightly spoilery type thing,
Yeah.
you even get a whole like Rocky thing with Pitt being
Okay.
the being in the sort of, you shouldn't be doing this because such and such. I won't
Hmm.
spoil it too much, but that's, I mean, that's kind of spoiling it. You know, if you know the Rocky movies, you know what I mean.
Yes.
Um, yeah, it's even got that, which is again, when they do it, it's okay, it's fine, it's still good. Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's nice. I liked it.
All right. Well, I will certainly give F1 a go. It was on my radar anyway. So yeah, I'll give it a watch. So, believe it or not, I
Hmm.
watched The Naked Gun,
Oh, okay.
uh, directed by Akiva Schaffer and starring Liam Neeson and Pam Anderson. Um, I love Police Squad. I loved The Naked Gun
Yep.
back in the day.
Hmm.
There's certainly the first couple of Naked Gun movies,
Yeah.
like laugh a minute, constant jokes. Loved them.
Yeah.
I was not sure about a sequel this late in the day. Obviously, Leslie Nielsen passed 2010ish, I think.
Yes, it
Um,
was. Yeah.
there was apparently a planned fourth movie with Leslie Nielsen, which I had no idea about until I looked it up earlier today. That obviously never happened. And since then, you kind of think, well, without Leslie Nielsen, this is never going to happen. But they persisted. I think Seth MacFarlane was originally going to direct this. He still produced it.
Yeah, I think
Um,
I heard that.
Still kind of involved, but I guess he kind of took a step back because it's not written by him either. But he did produce it, and as I said, Akiva Schaffer directed it. But along comes Liam Neeson, and Liam Neeson, much like Leslie Nielsen, Nielsen. This is going to get confusing. Uh, um, much like Leslie Nielsen, very good at being totally straight whilst delivering total
Yeah,
nonsense. He's got
yeah.
that ability.
He has got very good comedy timing and stuff.
He does. He's a great straight man, and he's great to give stupid dialogue
Yeah,
to just act like it's the most serious thing on the planet, which was always Police Squad and the Naked Guns kind of shtick.
yeah.
It's the most ridiculous shit with people acting like it's
It's
serious
just
as a
normal.
heart attack, you know?
That's normal stuff.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing, sort of thing? This is serious.
Absolutely. It's got that kind of airplane or whatever humor.
Yeah.
I had a fucking great time watching this. I did not expect this to be any good whatsoever.
Well, the thing is we've got sort of, you know, evidence that these things don't work. You've got like Son of Pink Panther and shit
100%.
like that, which is just like, no, that Son of Pink Panther is just fucking diabolical.
Yeah. And I to be honest, I thought that was going to be the same here, albeit with a pretty good looking cast.
Mm.
Of course, Pam Anderson apparently was meant to be in one of the earlier Naked Gun movies and didn't.
Mm.
So she's she's finally doing one.
Yeah.
But I had an absolute blast watching this movie. I was about 10, 15 minutes in, and I messaged Ben, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is way more classic Naked Gun than I was expecting it to be."
Okay.
It really does feel like a sequel to Naked Gun. It's got that ridiculous humor, ridiculous lines, played
Yeah.
completely straight. I laughed out loud a number of times, which is rare these days.
Yeah.
There was one really stupid. What was it? It was a really stupid joke that made me fucking laugh. Oh, they're talking about a murder, and this guy says to Drebin, he's like, do you suspect something foul? And Drebin's like, no, a chicken could never have done this. And just for some reason, it just made me burst out laughing. I was like, that was fucking excellent. And again, it's the kind of thing where you're like, the jokes, it's okay, but when it's delivered straight,
Yeah.
when it's delivered so straight by Liam Neeson, it just, oh, it was so good. There's so many ridiculous but played straight moments in this. Exactly what you want. The setup for the movie is the crappy bit that you saw in the trailer with the girl coming in and is Drebin in a mask.
Yeah.
But basically, during all that, it's a bank heist, and it's kind of a distraction so that they can steal something called the plot device, um, which you'll find out actually stands for something later on. Actually,
Right.
you know,
Okay.
they did actually bother to make it make sense. But anyway, they're stealing the plot device, and Frank basically, you know, fucks up the entire bank and murders all of the villains there. So he gets reassigned by the police chief. Because he's basically, you know, causing too much trouble.
Yeah.
So he ends up investigating a car crash. And it's like this software engineer. Seems like a suicide, but obviously from there it you know, he starts to understand maybe it wasn't a suicide, maybe it's linked to the bank heist. Pam Anderson's character, what was her name? Can't remember her name. Oh yeah, Beth Davenport. She is the sister of Simon Davenport, who was murdered, as it turns out. She is also obviously looking into this because she doesn't believe that Simon Davenport, you know, would have a fatal car crash. He was driving an electric car, a self-driving electric car,
Okay.
which leads them to Richard Kane, who is this Simon's employer. He's the head of Eden Tech, this big, you know,
He's
tech
played by
company.
Danny Houston, so I'm guessing
So
he's
yeah,
a bit.
well, yeah, you know, you just know, obviously. Him and Drebin, when they first meet, they kind of bond though because they both love the Black Eyed Peas. They have like this whole thing about the Black Eyed Peas.
Okay.
Drebin,
I mean,
like,
that's so funny.
you know, it is, and throughout the movie, Drebin keeps like quoting stuff from like the early 2000s all the time, like his love for things from the early 2000s, which is quite funny. Anyway, the plot goes on from there. Obviously, Beth is the love interest, and of course, you know, Pam and Liam have great chemistry. There's a fantastic there's a fantastic moment when they, I don't know whether just, well, it's a minor, it's not really a spoiler to the plot, but they go on this romantic weekend away in the Alps
Right.
in the middle of the movie. And they end up making a snowman and then having a threesome with the snowman. And they enter into this whole like threesome relationship with this snowman, but then the snowman gets jealous because they're not spending enough time with him. So the snowman becomes a killer and tries to murder them. You know, it's that kind of ridiculous shit that you just don't see outside of Naked Gun or Airplane or, you know,
Yeah.
Hot Shots movies. You've got it here, and honestly, I think it falls off less laughs towards the end than I would have liked, because
Okay.
you know, Naked Gun movies were always constant laughs.
Yeah.
Falls off a little towards the end, but there's still brilliant laugh out loud moments in the end. There's a great, I cannot spoil it. There's just the weirdest fucking way of having the original Frank Drebin turn up in this movie.
Oh, okay.
It's not in the trailer. It's it's just ridiculous but brilliant and made me laugh when they actually did pay it off. Yeah, some really great guest stars. Dave Bautista turns up randomly, which was hilarious. It's great. It really does feel like overall, they absolutely succeeded in making a Naked Gun movie. At one point, like towards the end, I was like, God, did they play this too safe? Like they've literally made it just like a Naked Gun movie, you know, without taking any risks. And then I had to tell myself to shut the fuck up because I was like, no, this is a good thing. They've just done what we want them to do. And now I'm like thinking, oh, have they played it too safe? No, they haven't played it too safe. They've done it exactly what they should have done. They've nailed it. It was, yeah, I for the most part, really, really had a good time and surprisingly laughed a lot. It was really good fun. So I definitely, if you're a fan of the original Naked Gun movies, I do recommend the Naked Gun. I thought it was funny.
Yeah. Okay.
And obviously, comedy is subjective, but if you're into that kind of movie, as I
Yeah.
assume you are, if you're watching The Naked Gun, I think you'll have a good time.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah. I was probably going to watch it anyway, but yeah, I'm definitely going to get going to now.
yeah, I think he's worth a watch. So anyway, what else have you watched?
So I am going to go with Bring Her Back.
Mm, bring her
So
back.
this is our movie by the Filippo brothers, Danny
Mm.
and Bill,
I'm
who
not sure what else they've done.
they did Talk to Me.
I love Talk to Me, as you know.
Yeah. So there's your grab for you.
For sure.
Their previous movie was fucking excellent.
Yeah, I love Talk to Me. I thought it was superb.
So this is starring Sally Hawkins, Billy Barrett, and Sora Wong in her first ever movie.
Oh wow.
They basically they put a call out for anybody who could, well, a blind actress. Basically they wanted a blind
Mm.
a young blind actress, and her apparently her mum saw the thing and went, my daughter can do that. So yeah, she's got no acting experience, and she's wonderful. She's really really good.
Fantastic.
um so this movie at the very start, you get the full on, oh shit, what the fuck is going on here. You get this like a videotape of a group of people performing some kind of ritual. You have no idea what's going on other than it's gross, they're hanging someone, and yeah, it looks incredibly rough, whatever it is they're doing. So from there, you're introduced to Andy and Piper, who are brother and sister, and um, Piper is part. She's only sees shapes and cut and sort of colors. Basically, she's got very limited vision, and she's when we first see her, she's trying to make friends with some bratty girls, which is obviously going wrong. And her brother turns up and steers her away. And you can see, she's like, "Did they like me?" And he's like, "Yeah, they loved you. It was fine. It's good." And she's like, "You're lying." It's like, "Well, maybe." They go home, and when they get there, their dad has had some sort of fall in the shower. You hear them say that he previously had cancer and that they thought he was over it and that they thought he was going to be fine,
Right.
but he's not. And he's when they find him basically in on the floor in the shower, and it's a grim scene. It's very unpleasant for them, and basically they have nobody else, and he's 17. And when they talk to they're talking to uh what do they call it, the not fair, their social worker, their social, and the social worker says, oh, we've got this great lady who's agreed to take Piper, um and you're going to have a great time there. It's going to be great. And Andy's like, wait a minute, what? I thought I was going to, you know, just be your guardian. And he's like, well, you're 17. Even though you're a couple of months away, we can't, let you do that. And he's like, well, can't I go with her? And it's like, well, you've the this Laura, as you come to hear her name, doesn't really want to take you in because you've got a history of, you know, delinquency sort of thing. And of course, he's like, he's devastated, and Piper, it's like, what do they mean? What are they talking about? And it's like, well, when I was, it's like when he was 8, he did something wrong, and you found out what it is later. But he eventually the Laura says, okay, well, fine, we you can, I'll take him in on a trial basis, and we'll see what happens. So they go to Sally Hawkins, Laura's house, and it's sort of in the woods. And one of the first thing you notice is that there's a big white line around, a big white circle around the property. um, and she's weird. She's sort of scatty, and she's welcome. She's got what really loud music playing, and it's sort of she clearly wants the girl more than she wants Andy. Um, and from there, you basically get, you know, you find out what's going on. You find out why Laura wants them, and she she is this horror. I love Sally Hawkins. She's adorable. She plays some of the nicest, loveliest characters in great movie. Here, she is utterly vile. You just
Right.
want. She's so manipulative, and she's doing. I mean, slight spoilers. She's doing things like she's kind of making the kid think that he's having a break because of the trauma of finding his dad and stuff, and she's doing things like she's peeing in a jug and then she's pouring it on him in his sleep to make it look like he's
God.
wetting the bed, and she's saying things to him that you're like, oh wow, you bitch, this is horrible. And she is, it's she's just absolutely vile. And I don't want to spoil it too much, because you'll see she's there's another kid that's living there called Oliver, who is he's got a shaved head, and he's just weird. He's just sort of standing around and sort of staring off into space, and he doesn't talk, and he's just there's definitely something weird going on with the kid as well.
Mm.
And again, I'm not spoiling any of the stuff. Um, so this is got some really fucking gross out moments. There are some really like, oh fuck moments in it. I started watching this with my wife.
Oh,
Uh, she
how
likes horror movies.
far did she get?
Uh, about half an hour in, maybe a
Okay.
bit more. There's one particular scene that
I
I
was
will.
curious because you said it opens quite brutally, so I wondered if she was like
Yeah, so
immediately
she
out.
does
But
that. She did say at the very beginning when the A24 label logo came up. She said, "Oh," she said, "It's an A24." I said I didn't realize that. I said I should have,
see,
because she.
when I see it's an A24 movie, I say that for a different reason.
Yeah, same
I
here.
think
I'm like,
A24 is
oh,
very hit and miss, but
they're very hit and miss, but they've also got some fucking amazing
when
movies.
they hit, they're superb. But
Yeah,
it feels like a gamble every time.
yeah. Um, I think I'm pretty sure The Witch was A24. I think other than The Witch,
Yeah, The Witch was
which
A24.
my wife loves, um, she's not. She's had a bit of a hit. There's been certain ones that she's really disliked. There's a scene in this, not quite halfway through, but sort of 30, 40 minutes in, that you can sort of see coming. They set it up, and you're like, yeah, you know what's going to happen. But oh my god, it's the sound. The sound is like, oh fuck, that has gone right through me. That is awful. And then when they show you what's happening, you're like, oh. And my wife was like, yeah, I'm out. And she
Fair
literally just
enough.
got up and she said, do not show me any more A24 movies. I am not watching it. So now I've got to
You have
basically
to
make
look
sure.
ahead of time now.
Yeah. So she was completely out after that, which I understand.
It's not
It's
for
fucking
everyone. Yeah.
fucking gross. Um, what I will say about this movie is I don't think it's as good as
Talk to me.
Talk to Me. I think that was a lot stronger movie. The movie is dedicated to, I forget the name of the person. There was a young guy that the movie is dedicated, which I believe it's their one of the friend who died.
Okay.
And I think because of that, they changed the ending of the movie. Um, I have a feeling that the original ending was a lot more gory and just unpleasant and visceral than
Sure.
what they did. Um, and seen a lot of people not keen on the way it ends. I think some people have said it's sort of, oh, it's a sort of something and nothing ending, and I don't see it that way. What it is fucking sad. The
Mm.
the way it ends, and as I say, I'm not going to give anything away. All I'll say is the ending is it just sort of breaks your heart. It's just really really sad, and the three leads are tremendous. Sally Hawkins, I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's Sally Hawkins. You know she's going to be good. She is amazing as this vile woman who, there are obviously there's a fucking reasons she's doing what she's doing, and the reason is in her enough for her. It's she's doing this because of uh, um Billy Barrett, who I don't believe I've seen before, is Andy. He's great. He's a really good sort of older brother who's desperately trying to sort of almost fend off this fucking woman who just wants his sister,
Yeah.
and just wants him gone. So the stuff that she puts him through and how he copes with what's going on is wonderful. He's a traumatized kid, and you find out that he's got these past traumas that are stuck with him and staying with him. And Piper is absolutely delightful. She's really sweet, and you're like, I don't want anything to happen to this girl. Please don't do anything happen to this girl. She's so adorable. It's wonderful. I really liked it. It again, it's not as good as Talk to Me, but it is really. I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. For the performances alone, this elevates it as a really good horror movie. And there were some really grotesque and gross things, and obviously there's ritual stuff going on, and when they tell you about the ritual, there's something apparently there's like some short stuff that they did that explains some of the things, because apparently this is set in the same world as Talk to Me, so there's a sort of a link going through these things. I'm guessing this is going to be this brothers like world now. I presume so. They're going to bring more stuff out. Yeah. Oh, and I should also actually say the kid who plays Oliver, Jonah Wren Phillips, does a tremendous job of kind of not doing well. I say not doing very much. He does a fucking awful lot, but he's not. He barely speaks, and
Mm.
all of his acting is very physical. Is all I'll say. Um, I would highly recommend this to horror fans. I think and if you like their first movie, you'll love this too. It's really good, really really fucking twisted in it parts. It's worth it alone for Sally Hawkins' performance, as and the others aren't slouching either. It's really good. I really loved the ending. I think the ending might be slightly disappointing to some horror fans, but for me, I liked the tragedy of it. I thought that the the ending for me worked very well on
Hmm.
what I think because I think they were very conscious of what they were doing, how they changed it. So they changed it for a reason, and I think it doesn't suffer for that. I think it's a really good movie, and I loved it. I highly recommend it. Really, really, really good.
Excellent. I will, knowing now that it's the same people behind Talk to Me, even
Hmm.
if it's not on the same level, I'm absolutely watching this movie,
Yeah.
100%. That film was so good.
Hmm.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely
And that
watching this.
the, Talk to Me was such a surprise because
Me too. Yeah, yeah.
the trailers were good, but the movie was so much better than I thought it was going to be. It was Talk to Me was delightful
Yes, it was
in all the
absolutely
best
wonderful.
ways. I mean, you got that great opening as well. It's like fucking hell. That when you got a movie that opens like that, it's like okay, you're gonna have to work some to get for the rest of the movie to be as good as that, and they did. And
Yeah.
this has also got quite a brutal fucking opening, but yeah, not quite as brutal as that, but well, in a different way. So yeah, it's really good. I liked it a lot.
Cool. Well, I will definitely be giving that a go. Um. Well. Um. The other thing that we both agreed to watch that
Mm.
you did watch
Oh, okay.
was John Candy. I Like Me.
Yes.
The documentary about the wonderful actor of our childhood, John
Mm.
Candy.
Yep.
What did you think of it?
It's wonderful.
Yes,
It's so fucking good. I mean,
it's excellent.
it's. I will say, if you're the sort of level of fan of John Candy that I am, I kind of knew all that stuff anyway.
So I didn't know all
It's,
of it, I must admit.
right. So it's not really telling me anything that I didn't know. Um, but what it is it's done amazingly well. It's done, you know, it's directed by Colin Hanks,
Right.
and it's wonderful. I mean, if you don't know very much about him or you don't know anything about John Candy, this is watch
Wonderful.
this. If you ever were curious about the career of John Candy and what he was like, this does a wonderful job of telling you,
I
you know.
completely agree.
I know. I
I
mean, they 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 start at his funeral and it's like a kick in the face,
and
like from the
they go back
beginning.
to that.
Yeah,
They start his funeral, and then like about halfway through they talk about him being like finding out he died, and it's like every like half hour or so they just kick you in the gut.
yep, yeah,
Some great obviously it's a documentary about his life and death and career. So you've got a lot of talking heads, and there were some amazing talking heads in this. We had Dan Aykroyd, obviously. You kind of expect that. Mel
yeah,
Brooks. You had his son Chris Candy,
yeah.
who
His son, his daughter, and his wife.
fuck me if Chris Candy put on some weight, he would be the
Yeah,
spitting image of his dad.
yeah.
Um,
And the thing is that you can see him in Jennifer as well.
yes,
Jennifer's,
for sure, for sure.
you know, it is very similar.
Yeah. Macaulay Culkin I thought was great in this as well.
Uh, it wasn't what he said though, wasn't it? Fucking heartbreaking.
It was
Where he's,
horrible, but the fact that he was like, John was the one guy,
yeah,
he was the one guy that asked me if I was okay because
yeah,
everyone knew my dad was a piece of shit. Like,
yep.
oh my god.
Yeah, but nobody
Um,
wanted to talk about it.
well, no, and
And
he said after that, after Uncle Buck, I guess he was like, later in my career, no one asked. Everyone's like, oh, he's fine, he's a celebrity, he's fine. It's like
yeah,
no one asked me how I am, but John Candy took the time to ask me how I am.
yeah,
Yeah, horrendous. We got some Harold Ramis in archive and stuff.
yeah.
Bill Murray, I thought was lovely in this as well.
I love what I mean. There's a in the trailer. You get the thing that he says at the beginning, and I thought it was hilarious that he says the only thing I can say bad about him is that he over milked a scene once.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And when he retells that, it was quite funny.
Yeah,
Like the
he
way
says,
he said about it, because like it
he
wasn't
says
like he did a bad job. It was
no,
funny and it was
no.
good, but he was just
He,
over milking it.
yeah, he was over milking it, and he annoyed Sidney Pollock. And I love that he says, you know, I hope you know now that you're doing this documentary, I hope you really do find something really horrible about him.
Yeah.
I want to know that there was something horrible about him. It's so. I mean, obviously, you know, this is purely for people who are either interested or just want to see stuff about John Candy. So you know, if you have no interest in that and no interest in those sorts of documentaries, then this is not for you. You're not going to get anything out of this. But I think if you just you know are interested in or interested in not even in John Candy, just in a really fucking great actor who had a really interesting life and a really really interesting friends. You know, real
Mm.
and how he came up and how he moved through movies and it's wonderful and it's just yeah, it's heartbreaking at times because and I'd seen the footage of his funeral and I saw the that the Dan Aykroyd bit, and the
Yeah.
um oh, what's her name? I can't remember her bloody name. The from Home Alone and that, the mum in Home Alone.
Oh God. Yes, she was wonderful in this. Actually, some of the things she said. Oh, and she gave the eulogy, didn't she?
Yeah,
Catherine O'Hara.
her O'Hara, thank you. Her eulogy is absolutely, you know,
Well, not just her. Yeah, her eulogy is heartbreaking, but also her talking head moments in this
yeah.
uh were really lovely as well.
Hmm.
You could tell she really had like a deep affection for the man. You know, she really respected him and really loved him.
Yeah, and
Um,
they do. You can, Eugene Levy. They all talk
Tom
about them.
Hanks as well. Tom Hanks was really lovely.
Sometimes Martin Short and yeah, all the Dave Thomas and all those just guys. Just you can see how much it kills them to talk about him,
Yeah,
and that he's gone. And it's been so long now. It's so long that he's gone, and
it's weird though, isn't it? Because it was like 94 that he
mhm,
had his heart attack.
yeah,
I was 10. But I I watch his movies every year.
same.
We've reviewed his like a bunch. Like while I was watching it, I was like, "Yeah, we've reviewed that." Oh, and we've reviewed that.
Yep.
It's like I watch his stuff so often that it still feels quite a recent passing
Yeah,
to me in a weird way. Um,
yeah. Exactly. I watch Planes, Trains every Christmas.
yeah.
I watch Uncle Buck whenever I get
Oh
the
God, Uncle Buck
opportunity.
is just that movie, right?
Yeah, and I mean, he was in some complete duds,
Yeah.
and they don't shy away from that. And yeah, but even the duds, he's great in them. It's he's. I mean, there are what I did like about this thing, and it's it again it kicks you, is when you see interviews with him,
Mm.
and all the interviewer wants to say is, "Oh, well, you're fat. Have you ever thought about
Oh,
not being
that
fat?"
stuff was fucking heartbreaking watching
Yeah,
that.
you can see it in his face. He's like dying inside. It's like
The thing is, for
it, this
me,
this shit again. It's like, why
yeah,
do you keep talking,
and
bringing this
he's
shit up?
that's the whole title of the movie is "I Like Me." He's like, I
Yeah,
am happy this way, and everyone else has the fucking issue, not me. I'm happy.
yeah,
And this to me was like the biggest thing because I was, like I said, I was born in '84.
mm,
So 94 he passes. I was too young to have been watching interviews with,
yeah,
with the actor. So those interviews I hadn't seen, and those were shocking to me. I was like,
yeah,
he is. You can see he's hurt when they
yeah,
say it,
yeah,
but man, a lesser person would have just punched them square in the face.
yeah.
like
Yeah, you can imagine,
Jesus.
can you? You can imagine that anybody
The
who did
worst one I thought was that woman who was like, "Oh, you are handsome. You're a good-looking guy, aren't you? Like maybe if you just lost the weight, like I was
that.
like, fucking hell."
No, but the thing with her is I don't think she was being
No, I
mean.
don't think she meant it mean, but
No, she didn't. You could tell that she was like being a grandmother.
yeah.
She was
But
doing
on
that.
national TV,
Yeah.
international TV.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think she meant it, but it was
No,
still like it's really
it's
hurtful and just really,
yeah, and yeah, you just get these interviews where they're like, "Hey, you've been in some real shit movies," and he's like, "What do you say to that?" You can see it in his face. It's like,
yeah.
"What? How do you want me to answer that?"
Hmm.
Is it's yeah, it's one. I mean, this was just made for me.
I thought it was excellent. I thought it was an
Utterly
excellent
adored it.
documentary. We've been
Yeah,
spoiled with excellent documentaries these last few years, but this was superb. It's right up there.
yeah,
Really loved it, and yeah, great.
yeah,
It's just made me want to watch John Candy movies all weekend, if
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
honest.
Yeah, yeah. It was.
No bad thing.
It's so wonderful, and it just showed what a sweet man he was, and
Mm.
the interviews with his family are great.
Oh, and
It's
the
just
the bit about uh Home Alone
mm,
when he was like the director was like, we were told he could like only spare us a couple of hours. He turned up and immediately John just said, "Take as
yeah.
long as you want," and we spent 24 hours
He was
working
there
on it.
for
It's
24
like
hours.
that's amazing. That's so cool.
like they showed like
Unused
loads of
footage. Yeah.
loads of unused footage that you just didn't see. You
Yeah,
know, they
just ad libbing, and I love Catherine O'Hara's like you'll see in that footage. There's not much ad libbing from me, but yeah,
yeah,
he just could do that, man. Amazing.
it's wonderful. And like I didn't know quite as much about the sports stuff, but I knew
I
that
had
he
no
did it.
idea that he
Yeah, I knew,
no kneecap and stuff. Didn't know that.
yeah, and I knew he bought when he was on he bought the team with
Mm.
Gretzky and stuff, and yeah, I did. I knew all that, and I'd seen some of the interviews of him coming out of stadiums and signing autographs and just being there for like 4 hours. They said, you know,
Yeah.
just talking to people, and it's yeah, what a wonderful guy, what a wonderful
What a wonderful documentary.
documentary.
Yeah.
Can't I can't recommend it enough. It's just
Me either. It's on Prime. If you're a Prime
it is,
subscriber,
yeah.
watch it 100%. Yeah, I mean, I loved this. You know, I enjoyed I enjoyed Red Sonja for what it was, and I enjoyed
Yeah.
the Naked Gun immensely. But yeah, this is my absolute recommendation for this week. You have another movie though,
I do. I also saw Nobody 2.
which I'm curious about. It's presumably more of the same.
Pretty much.
Not a bad thing because I loved the
No.
first one, but
Yeah. So again, it pretty much starts exactly the same as the last one. It
Mhm.
starts with him in a interrogation room with
Sure,
lots of injuries and a dog this time instead of a cat.
right.
Um, so this, this you've got. They've obviously they got their new home. They've got the new things. It kind of feels like they took a step back because the relationship isn't him and his wife aren't talking again properly.
Oh, that's a
And
shame. I was hoping
yeah,
they'd be going on holiday as a happy couple, and
they kind of take a step back, and you think, why did
that's
you
a
do,
bit of a
why did
shame,
you
I
do
must
that?
admit.
So his kid, he's missed his kid's game because it what that basically because he torched the money in the
Mm.
last movie. The oh, is it the barber? I think it is his code name. The Colin Salmon character who was like
Yeah,
the English guy, yeah. Um, he's got he's working for him to pay off the money he burnt, basically.
right,
So
forever.
yeah, exactly that. Yeah, it's exactly that, and it's obviously taking a toll because he's like he's basically so this was supposed to be an easy job, yeah. And then I can't remember what bloody nationality they are. It's like, and then the Colombians turned up, and then the Haitians turned up, and then and he's like, oh, okay. And so you didn't get that, and he's like, I need a vacation. I need so basically he remembers that when him and his brother were kids, um, their dad Christopher Lloyd took them to this like cowboy themed theme park with rides and water slides and all that sort of stuff.
Right.
So he's like, this is like one of my only happy memories as a kid in like going there.
This crappy theme park, so we're
Yeah,
going there. Yeah, yeah.
and it's like it is now. It's even worse. It's massively run down. It's like it still exists, but it's there, and of course, obviously it's a front
Mm.
for criminal activity, and you've got Sharon Stone on bad guy duty in this, and it they lean more into the comedy in this one, which is fine. I
Yeah,
don't mind that.
that's fine.
It's a lot more sort of uh, the overall atmosphere is a lot more sort of jokey than the first one was.
Mm.
Um, he's great. Um, uh, Connie Nelson's great. The kids are great. Christopher Lloyd, you know, in his small part, is great.
Christopher Lloyd's great in everything. He's one of those actors that I know he is like mid-80s now, but
Yeah,
he's younger than we all thought because he was younger when he played Doc Brown than
yeah,
we all thought.
he's always looked
Um,
older.
yeah,
Um, Colin Hanks is also on bad guy duty, so you've got
excellent.
Colin Hanks as the sort of sheriff of this, and he's a real asshole and has this terrible severe haircut, which just makes him look ridiculous. It's quite funny. Um, again, the scenes, the setups and stuff are all really well done. There's some fucking top notch fight scenes. Um, it doesn't seem to have the overall soul of the first one. It
Okay.
feels,
I think it's hard to recreate that, actually.
yeah, I think, yeah, and
It felt like a one and done movie that they've kind of done a sequel to now, and it's like, okay.
yeah, and that's not to say it's a bad movie, because it's
No,
not.
I'm sure.
It's
No.
still, it's still highly enjoyable. It's still really good. It just doesn't hold quite together as much.
Yeah.
It feels a little bit more like a sort of and then this and then this and then this sort of movie, as opposed to flowing like the first one did into the into the scenes, because you don't the whole setup with him
Once the
being
whole family know and that whole
yeah,
dynamic's changed, it's different. Yeah.
yeah, and Connie Nelson, she gets a couple of good sort of scenes where she talks to him, and she's like, I knew you were dangerous, and that's what attracted to me, and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff. So you get some nice little scenes. It's just nowhere near as good as the first one, which to be honest, you sort of kind of expect. Really, it's a sort of diminishing returns, but it is enjoyable. It is. There are some great set pieces. You get another, a similar scene to the warehouse scene at the end.
Excellent. Yeah.
It's a big. Well, it's not fucking going to be a spoiler. It's set in a fucking theme park, so of course they're going to use
Obviously. Yeah.
So you've got
I'd
a
be
real big,
disappointed if they didn't use it.
yeah, exactly. You've got a real big sort of set traps and all that sort of stuff for the invading army, if you like.
Sure.
And you get some nice little moments from all the other characters, and what's his I want to call him RZA, but it's not, is it? It's like RZA, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get him, his brother, playing his brother, who's again, he turns up, he does his thing,
Excellent.
and yeah, it's really it is good. It's really good, and I would say if you've seen the first one, and you like the first one, you will like this. You will enjoy it. Just I don't think as much,
Sure. Which
because it's
is
just,
pretty much what I expected.
yeah, the overall storyline's just not as tight, and it's the I was a little disappointed that it felt like they'd stepped back. I would have enjoyed it more if they would have had a better relationship again. You know what I mean? Like oh, now that they know it, like something like a bit more Mr. and Mrs. Smithy. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
well, how Mr. and Mrs. They end up together. So that they would be. It's like, okay, well now we know that we can probably help do things, and we can. I
That
think
would
it
have
should.
been funny if the wife was like trying to help. That would
Yeah,
be quite
I
funny.
think it would have been much more interesting if they'd have done something like that.
Mm.
It's a sort of, oh no, he's kind of back being in the doghouse again, and he's not talking to his kids again, and it's just like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
well, you didn't need to do that, but sure. Um, so yeah,
Okay.
it's a good, um, it's a fair sequel. Let's put it that way. It's a fair sequel. It's very enjoyable. Odenkirk's great. Everyone's kind of doing what they should be doing on the tin. It's another another installment of that movie, just not as good.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah,
I will certainly be giving it a go anyway, because I like the first one a lot. So diminishing
yeah,
returns or not, I'm willing to see more.
yeah.
Sounds
hmm
good. Cool.
I did see Weapons as well, by the way.
What did you think of it?
I really liked it. I
Heck,
actually
I
liked
thought
it
you
more.
would.
I liked it more than I thought I was going to.
I thought
There's
while I
still
was
beats.
watching it, I was like, I'm pretty sure Matt's gonna really enjoy this.
Yeah, I liked it a lot more than Barbarian.
Yes, I
It
did too.
turns out I'd misremembered how much I liked Barbarian. I didn't like it very much. So when I watched this, it was like, oh no, this is actually fucking great. And do
Yeah.
you know what? One of the things
I
that
loved the
surprised
ending as well, which people didn't like. I thought the ending was hilarious. I really
I,
liked it.
I did. One of the things that surprised me the most is I didn't fucking know Amy Madigan was in it,
Yeah.
and when I didn't even recognize her,
Uh-huh.
we were sat. See now,
I
I
mean, it
watched
was
this.
about halfway through for me
Yeah,
before I was like,
I,
hold on a minute.
I watched
Because
this
it's
with
like
my
the
wife.
voice. I was like, I know that voice.
Yeah, I watched this with my wife. She liked this one.
Oh, good.
But we sat there, and all of a sudden, my wife said, "Oh, it's Uncle Buck's girlfriend," and I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" And I'm like, Oh my god, it's
She's
Amy
right.
Madigan. I'm like, fucking hell. You're right. I did not. She said, yeah, I recognised her voice straight away. I was like,
Yeah,
Christ.
I was the whole way through. I was like, the voice is bugging me, and then it
Yeah,
clicked about halfway through for me.
yeah. I really enjoyed it. It's
Yeah.
got some really nice stuff. I loved the junkie character. I
Oh,
thought he
he's
was
great. And that cop when he gets stabbed with the hypodermics, I was like, oh my
yeah.
god.
And the thing is that it was such a natural reaction as well.
Yes. Yeah.
It just hits him. It's
Yeah.
like you know, you haven't got anything that's going to stab me. Yes, you have.
Oh, and then he gets it in the face though as well later on. As
Yeah,
Jesus.
and everybody was great. Fucking Julia Garner was wonderful, even though I really hated her character. It's like
Yeah.
she she starts off as like you think that she's such a nice sort of teacher, and it turns out she's a bit of a
She's
cow,
an
really.
absolute prick.
Yeah,
I thought she was an absolute dickhead.
yeah, she is.
But she plays it wonderfully.
Yeah,
Like
she does.
she
She's
plays
wonderful.
the part perfectly. But she
And
was a dick.
Josh Brolin was wonderful.
Yeah.
Fucking
Still don't understand how he didn't get fucked up like the rest. I mean, I can only assume it's like, oh well, he wasn't under the spell for long enough or
yeah,
something. Because everyone
yeah,
else is like, yeah, they're fucked for months or maybe forever, but he's
forever,
fine.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, fucking poor old Benedict Wong. His fucking
ah
character.
man,
Wow.
I
And
loved him. He was probably my favorite character out of all of the cast, actually.
yeah, I mean this the scene.
Him and his husband were just hilarious.
Yeah, they were so funny, and
But he's
the,
talking sense to her the whole way through as well.
that,
Until like everything he said, I'm like, he's right.
he's completely the voice of reason.
Yeah.
He's not even being a dick about
No,
it.
he's totally right.
He's it's like you know he's trying to be as reasonable as he
Yes.
possibly can with her, and she's just
a dick.
consistently a dickhead.
But no, I loved it. I'm glad
I mean
liked
that the scene of him running.
Oh god,
And
it is fucking chilling.
You know, he's so good, really, really good. I loved it.
I'm glad.
It's a really, really good horror movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I thought you would, so I'm really glad. I'm glad
Yeah.
about that. Any news?
So just one or two things that piqued my interest.
Go for it.
I'm not sure how I feel about the actor they've picked for it, but they are going to be doing a Bela Lugosi biopic.
I'm interested. Who is playing Bela Lugosi?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Fuck off.
Really? Yeah, Leonardo.
He's a good actor, maybe.
He is a good actor. I'm not his biggest fan, but
they have a similar-ish build.
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of see. I can see it.
I'll give it a go for sure.
It's going to be written by the same people who wrote Ed Wood.
Oh, okay.
So
that's
Scott Alexander and Larry Karowinski,
mm-hmm.
who had previously done that and a couple of other sort of things that are actually really good stuff. So they're not. People versus Larry Flint. They've done Man on the Moon, Big Eyes. So they've got a pretty good track record. I mean, we both adore Bela Lugosi, so it's it's a no-brainer for us.
It is.
Yeah, I'm. Again, not the biggest Leonardo DiCaprio fan, but I know he is a good actor, and I think he will pull it off.
I hope so. Yeah.
So yeah,
cool.
That sounds
willing
good
to
me.
give it a go.
Yeah. So Extraction.
Yes, I still haven't seen Extraction 2, but yeah.
Have you not?
No, I keep meaning to. I know you said it was good. I keep meaning to. It just keeps falling off my radar.
Not as good as the first one, but it is very good. As well as confirming the third one, they are also doing a Korean spin-off.
Interesting.
With Squid Game's Lee Jin-wook and Train to Busan's Ma Dong-seok. So that's like, well, already fucking good cast. So I'm that's good.
That sounds great.
So it's going to be called Extraction Taigo.
Cool.
Or Taigo. And it's going to be in production in October, I think they're going to start. So it's obviously heading for next year.
Mm.
And they've also mentioned that they're gonna do a TV, like a TV series as well. Where did I see that? The TV series thing. I can't remember where I saw that, but they've got that going. And okay, fine. They
Fine. Yeah.
obviously Netflix wants wants their world, you
Yes.
know. So this is going to be their thing. It's got. I mean, I really like that first Extraction was fantastic.
Really good. Yeah.
The second one's really good. I'm more than happy to watch a third, and yeah, with those two actors in a Korean spin-off,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
why
up for that.
not? I'm up for it.
Sounds
Sounds
good.
good to me.
Cool.
Um,
Anything else, or
yeah. So
maybe?
here's the sad part again.
Oh.
Um, not an actor, but we should mention Ace Frehley.
Yeah, that was today or yesterday, right?
Yeah, the other day, a couple of days ago now, I think. Great guitarist. One of the from one of the great bands. However you feel about Kiss as a band, that you cannot deny their legacy and their.
Yeah.
So, and he left it for a period, and they came back in the '90s, and yeah,
Yeah.
great musician.
Absolutely.
And
We should talk
um,
about Drew Struzman. That's Drew Struzan. Sorry.
I
The he was the poster artist for Star Wars and Blade Runner and The
yes,
Thing.
yes, yes, I did.
He passed this week. Amazing artist. That's all I can really say about him. Don't really know much about him other than I've
No, I
seen
don't.
his art my entire life.
I was going to say yeah, but we know his
Yeah, his
his
work was fantastic.
yeah, and Diane Keaton.
Oh yes.
Um, I mean, what a wonderful actress Diane Keaton was. I mean,
100%.
you've got the core of those sort of those Woody Allen movies, Manhattan and um, Annie Hall and things like that, and even up to sort of movies like Father of the Bride
Yeah.
and stuff, and I love one of my favorites of hers is what's it bloody called? It's the one where she's like this executive who has a kid, and then she decides to move to the country because she makes baby
Rings a
food.
vague bell.
What is it called? Um, it's so annoying. Baby, I think is it Baby Boom?
Possibly.
Because I'm pretty sure that was written by Ramus.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So yeah, she was in some wonderful movies.
She was.
And don't Baby Boom. That's the one.
Mm-hmm.
I love Baby Boom. It's really funny. It's a Nancy Meyers movie. Sorry, it's not.
Oh, okay.
How Ramus is in it. He's not. He didn't write it. Yeah, I really love that movie, and of course she was in the Godfather movies. So
Yes.
great,
Well, a
wonderful career.
fantastic actress for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful career. Sadly missed.
So we've
No,
ended on a downer.
as usual.
What are we gonna do next time, Matt? What are we gonna do?
So it's Halloween.
It is.
Yes, and I thought we'd combine the 75 thing.
Oh.
And well, there's a couple, and I think we could probably talk about which ones to do.
Okay. It's a
before we
mystery.
because other than Jaws,
Mm.
because I'm classing that as a horror movie.
Yes, me too.
75's horror movies, there are no real sort of fantastic great ones.
Okay,
other
well,
than,
we'll discuss off air then.
there's a couple that I like,
Mm.
and there's one that I think we probably will end up doing.
Okay.
But
will be a mystery.
It'll be a mystery. We'll see what we think, and we'll come up with it later.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening. We will be back next time. Until then, stay safe, take care, and we'll catch you out in the next one.
Bye.